very good evening, everybody, whether you're watching at home on the stream.
If you're doing BUCS, you should be at AmeriCamp next summer.
This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.
National Sports Centre for what will be session 1B, delayed by 1 hour session 1B of our BUCS Short Course Swimming Championships 2023/24 as part of the BUCS Swim Series. There's the short course, the long course and the team championships. Now we are scheduled for 4 o'clock. There's just a little bit of work being done on that naughty boom in the middle of the pool that's caused a few issues earlier on this afternoon. So we'll be with you as soon as we possibly can. And it's going to be the heats, the earlier heats in the events that we've already seen so far earlier on today, minus the 1500 metre freestyle. So we have got heats coming up in the 200 metre freestyle, open and female, 100 metre individual medley, open and female, and then the mixed 4x50 medley relay. So only 5 events, but there will be a number of heats in each event. We've seen the fastest 4 already, and now we're going to get on with the rest. So without counting them, it's going to be around about, I'm going to say about 45 heats or so we've got coming up. And then the finals, which was scheduled for 5:45, going to be 6:45, unless I tell you otherwise. Okay, so we're running the same schedule, but plus 1 hour. So a couple of things to do in the middle of the boom before we do get officially underway, of course, for safety reasons. So it gives me time once again to say thank you to our partners for these championships, the BUCS Swimming Series. As always, New Balance, our kit provider, giving you as BUCS athletes the chance to access a range of bespoke and personalised kit for your team. You can see this. Just head to one of their stands. They're just inside the main foyer door and on the balcony, as well as are all of our partners. And also got the New Balance X BUCS, or New Balance and BUCS range online at the bucs-shop.com. Also great to welcome back AmeriCamp again. Once, as they always do, giving you the opportunity to spend time working at a camp in America and earning a cool sum of $2,000 crisp dollars whilst you're doing so. Use your skills and experience gained from your sporting background. That is what they're looking for. What an opportunity that is. And a new partner, Add Victor, for the Short Course Swimming Championships. It's a free careers platform for high achieving student athletes, supporting you with access to unique job opportunities, professional development resources and career guidance. So please, all 3 of those are on the balcony inside the main pool area. Do go and have a chat with them. Now, whilst you're online over this evening and the next couple of days. If you're posting anything about these BUCS Championships, please do tag in at BUCS Sport and use the hashtag BUCSSwim. We want to know what you're talking about, get involved in the conversation. And as I say that, I can see some athletes making their way out to poolside, which is really cool. I think that this is going to be tight. There's a couple more screws to go in on the boom that I can see. I doubt we could start with that still going on, but I might be completely wrong. The chairs are on there. Half of our officials are with us at the starting end, just not at the turning end yet, which we do generally see. But other than that, things look pretty good. And we'll look forward to watching our heats, and then this afternoon and well into this evening, our finals. 12 events in the finals later, which means 12 sets of gold, silver and bronze are up for grabs. We will crown our first BUCS Swimming Series champions of this championship series tonight. Now, it's great to be chatting with you in the YouTube chat box earlier on today. Of course, we are on Facebook and on YouTube, but I can only look at so many screens and pools and bits of paper at once. So if you're going to leave a comment and you want me to see it, of course you can leave comments on Facebook all day long if you like, but if you want me to read something out and give a shout out to an athlete that you are following, if you can drop that in the YouTube chat, please feel free to do so. Just leave their name and ideally their event and heat number so I can read it out at the right time. Otherwise I'll just read it out as I want to see it. Perfect example here. Tom Oakland says, shout out to Ben Rizard from Warwick. So that's exactly how it works, okay? Tom, you missed out the heat and the event, but don't worry, good start to the session. And Jackie says, go Amy. And another good luck to Warwick Uni as well. Popular, thank you, Oscar. Have we got any Warwick athletes in our first event schedule? Let's have a look at the paperwork. So, heat schedules. No, we don't. They're not in heat number 1. Anyway, we're going to kick off with the 200 metre freestyle, the open event. But there are plenty of Warwick athletes. In fact, the crowd in here today, it's majority, of course. When you're under 9s, under 10s, you bring your family and your parents. When you're swimming at the universities championships, you probably just want your mates there, don't you? So we've got plenty of student athletes here supporting their colleagues and teammates and loved ones. Great to have so many people in the venue. And some good lucks to UCL, Lancaster, go Chillin, and I hope I've said that right, might be Killin, and the Lancaster team from Diane April. And good luck to Luttrell, Trent, heat number 2. Thank you so much. It's great to see these coming in now. Ah, yeah, Luttrell Winter will be in lane 5, heat number 2 for Nottingham Trent University. Oh, let's keep these going. I'm gonna look. We've got time now. Cool. Shout out to Ollie Smith from Plymouth. Thank you, Jessica. And go. This is a nice sort of all-rounder. Go Team Nottingham. And there's quite a few of them as well. So we've rolled just over 4 o'clock. I can see they've now completed the handrail on the boom. I'm going to make a very personal prediction that we're going to get going in a couple of minutes' time, because I can't see anything holding us back now. I can even see some officials very, very tentatively just making their way onto the boom, almost as if they're doing something naughty and they might get told off. But our swimmers are at the starting blocks and ready to go. Just 7 in our opening heat. But I can only count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. Yeah, I can't see a lane 7 anywhere. And I can't see a lane 1 either. So we might just have 5 to kick things off. Our officials are now confidently marching onto the boom. They've been given the thumbs up and the green light, so off they go. In the chat box on YouTube, good luck to Glasgow. Thank you, Joanne. Shout out to Maisie Denny. Right, Ethan Swan has done this correctly. He says, shout out to Maisie Denny, event 102, heat number 3. Absolutely bang on, Ethan, thank you. And Oliver Smith, let's go Cardiff Met. Louise Davies, heat 2, lane 3. You've even got the lane now. Excellent. This is good. This is very good.
Okay, it's now time for
our in-house announcer, who gets a lot more direct information than I, is saying we're about to go, and I take that as very official. We've got officials at both ends, we've got lifeguards, we've got athletes, we've got an announcer, we've got a crowd, and you've got a commentator. So my name's Ewan. Always a pleasure to be here at Fons Forge for these BUCS events. And Dylan Thiedem Parry, let's go Amy, event 102, heat 2. And that's a nice one from Cassie. Good luck to Ethan Harris from Salford in the 100 IM Open. Love Mum, Dad and Oscar. Kiss. These are getting better. These are getting much better. I think by session number 3 on Sunday, we'll have full stories and paragraphs in here. Right, I see no reason why we can't get going now. I haven't heard a test start though, that's the only thing. Usually hear a bleep and a test start. Let's wait and see. So we will have, in our opening event, there's going to be quite a few heats in this session. There's going to be 11. That seems like a lot. I think we've already had the first 4 here. So on my paperwork, I've got the fastest 4 heats as well. Let me just shuffle some things around here and see if my assumption is correct. Yes, I thought so. So we've already seen heats 8, 9, 10 and 11. So we're going to have 7 heats in the opening event. My intuition on this occasion was correct. Oliver Morgan on the YouTube chat says, shout out to Will Carries Cash Timmins. There's always a stories behind these nicknames, isn't there? And Ralphie going in the 2-3 for Birmingham Uni. And let's go UEA. Thank you, Alice.
So we're nearly ready to go for session 1.
Right, apparently we're nearly ready to go. That could be 10 seconds away. It could be a few minutes. Let's.
Still plenty of brilliant swimming to come throughout today, including, of course, that finals session. And now we can finally get going. Event 1 this is the open
We can finally get going, apparently. Fingers crossed. Oh, I can hear the whistle. We're going swimming, guys. Excellent. This is event 101, 200 meter freestyle, open event. This is heat number 1. And we have Will Newton, Sam Hurst, Ben Coupland, Naveen Mathakuman and Dania Zagruko.
Will Newton in lane 2, Samuel Hurst in 3, Benjamin Coupland in 4, Naveen Kamran in 5, and Dania Zagruko in 6.
So once again, we've seen the fastest 4. So these 7 heats we'll see now. If somebody wants to get into the final, which they still absolutely can, they need to go quicker than the fastest 40 swimmers that we've already seen. And the reason BUCS do this in this order, have the fastest swimmers earlier on, is just because they're 99.9%, and I say that importantly, missing that 0.1, is because we know on the vast number of occasions the finalists, the top 10, will come from those last 40. So it gives them a chance to swim early and have as much break as possible and perform as best they can in the evening session and the finals later. This is a great swim from Naveen Muthakuman representing Bath. And behind him, nothing to separate Danila Zagariko. And 4, 3 and 2. If you're watching from the bottom, Coupland, Hurst and Newton. There's been a lot of support for Bath today. This is a great finish though from Sam Hurst of Southampton in lane number 3. Not quite going to get there, but got within 0.7 of a second. So Muthakuman for Bath takes our first heat of the session, just ahead of Sam Hurst. And Danila Zagariko of Sheffield, he'll know this pool well, in third place. Heat number 2. From the top in 0, Aaron Wilkes, Carwyn Hancock, Taran Murphy, Uga Iman Mustafa, Robbie Wright, Henry Russell Ross, Sam English, Alexander Mills, Cedric Newington and Andrew Mackenzie. Some more chats coming in, I love it. Let's go Louis Davis. Good luck Ryan Broadley from Heriot Watt Uni, event 103 heat 8. Also good luck to all Wickham and district swimmers repping their teams. That's from Oscar. Appreciate this, guys. And these chats are visible even after the races are concluded. When you rewatch it back later, all the chats come through in real time as well. So a quick start this time. It's Henry Russell Ross representing Nottingham in lane 5. And 5 of our gents go under the minute mark. Earlier on, the fastest heats were right down into the mid 140s, just to give you an idea of how fast they were earlier. And it will be a massive effort to try and get into one of those 2 finals. And when I say 2 finals, there's an A and a B final for every single event. The top 10 fastest will fight for the medals in the A final. And prior to that, we always have a B final, which will decide 11th to 20th in the championship. And Henry Russell Ross maintains his lead. He will be pushed all the way by Alexander Mills of Bath in Southern. And in 3, Uga Iman Mustafa of City. That'll be our first 3 home. And the time will be just outside 2 minutes, 2:02.36 for Russell Ross, 2:03.5 for Mills, and Iman Mustafa 2:04 and some small change. Let's wait for those times to be confirmed in the venue. And they turn from red to blue, so we're all good. Henry Russell Ross confirmed as your winner. And on to heat number 3. Got Owen Johnson, Luca Kunawardina, Sam Akers, Ollie Smith, James Edwards, Finley Jones-Wright, Ross and Martin, James Howard, Fraser Buxton and Latrell Winter. There was a good luck message for Latrell earlier in the chat. So some very close eagle eyes on heat number 3. 2:04s to 2:06s on the entry times. The BUCS record, just to throw in a stat here for you, because we all have some stats, don't we, is, oh, I've never heard of this guy, Duncan Scott for Sterling in 2019, 142.78. I wonder what he went on to do. Ah, there we go, let's go Latrell in the YouTube chat. Yes, Luca from Ed. And this is a much tighter affair. In 8th, Fraser Buxton, representing Bath, is fighting hard with Luca Gunuardina and Sam Akers. And coming back in 6th is Ross and Martin of Sheffield Hallam. They'll go out and back one more time. There's a lot of support for Luca here. And Luca, as I say that, is potentially just getting his fingertips into the lead here with 25 metres to swim. Turns almost symmetrically with Fraser Buxton in 8th. And there'll be a thrash towards the finish line here. And there's 4, potentially 5 men involved. Is Luca Gunueda, Sam Akers. Who gets it? Oh, it's Ross and Martin for Sheffield Hallam. What a finish. 2:01.6. Luca for East Anglia, 2nd position, 2:02.63. What's the difference there? And then in 3rd place, let's look at this. There was 500ths of a second separating your top 3. Martin, Gunuardina, and then Jones Wright. What a brilliant heat number 3 was. Heat 4. We haven't got time to hang around, guys, okay? We're going to crack on. Got Tom Lee now, Razvan Gumazeshku, Ralph Halliburton, Chappells, Ewan McDonald, Rory Munn, Henry Knight, George Richenberg, Flynn Mulligan, Owen Harding and Joshua Prowse. Barely a second to even check the official times before they're diving in at the other end. But as we know, we've lost a bit of time earlier today and the start of the session, so it's so good to see everybody's aware that we're chasing the clock. So get him in. Once you're finished, quickly get him in again. Henry Knight for Sheffield Hallam leads heat number 4. And the rest of the pool behind him separated by about 2 metres. So everyone in this at halfway. 56.44 is a nice time for Henry. Almost 1.5 clear seconds ahead of Ewan McDonald. And he's going to extend that lead. And he's going to turn for 50 metres and he's going to have a body length advantage. Just making a move in the rest of the pack in 1 is Razvan Grumazescu, representing Leicester University. Not too many Leicester athletes here. Always nice to see the universities that are maybe less represented in the pool doing nicely. But nobody is going to catch Henry Knight here for Sheffield Hallam. And I tell you what, Razvan is going to give it a good go. He's going to come up short, but that's a great swim for Leicester. Just not quite as good as Henry Knight's for Sheffield Hallam. They're your top 2. And Tom Lee was the best of the rest for Bath, 2:01.83 on the far side, lane 0. And once again, we go to heat number 5. This time Henry Bennett, George Young, Will Timmins, Robbie Thompson, Maximus Shaw, Jonathan Mullett, Ewan McLeod, Jevon Penny, Jack Turrell and Stephen Locke. And the entry times now pretty much right down to 2 minutes. So we're I'll tell you what, Jack Turrell of Warwick has shot out the blocks to 25 metres. Maximus Short is going to be very close behind him, and a great second 25. And these two men will lead the way through the first quarter. Just making a move in one, George Young, another Sheffield Hallam athlete. Now, I say this every time we're here in Sheffield, but this is officially one of the fastest pools, or if not the fastest in Europe. It's a combination of perfect depth and the way they, forgive the lack of terminology, but oxygenate the water. So yeah, officially a lot of records are broken in Sheffield simply because of how good the pool is. So Maximus Short for Nottingham. He's taken the lead on his own now, but Will Timmins for Birmingham may actually lead this into the final 50. He's just behind by 1600ths. Jonathan Mullett of Durham moves into third place. So a three-man race we have now into the final 25. Is Jonathan Mullett, Maximus Short, and in 2, Will Timmins. And in 5, Jonathan Mullett is going to move from 5th place to 3rd place to take the win over the last 50 metres, a 1:55.96. That's his fastest by a distance. He has saved his best for the opening day of the BUCS Short Course Swimming Championships, and he smashed that one out the park as Mullett. Timmins and Short both under 2 minutes quicker than their entry times. Well done to all three of them. But not too long to celebrate, because we're going to jump in to heat number 6 immediately. Alex Bell, Ben Fielder, Niall Smith, Harrison Turner, Willem Costa, Tobias Lowe, Timon Chapman, Louis Dove, Chris Moodley and Sami Kadroui. Timon Chapman in lane 6 is an S14 category swimmer for East Anglia. You know what, these are being started so quickly, but you might not be able to see it just about. But as the guys are coming out for their second length, the previous heat are only just making it out the side of the pool in time. If there's one place you don't want a traffic jam, it's in your lane on the outside when you're trying to perform. And they are just making it out though. Of course, as you'll see in many events such as this, we have over-the-top starts, so the swimmers of the previous heat remain in the pool, and the next heat dive straight over the top. But when it's a freestyle event and it's short course, which is even quicker than long course, you've really got to get a move on. And when it says clear the pool, you've got to clear the pool. And you might be absolutely knackered as well, so keep your wits about you. Tobias Lowe of Lancaster is in 5 and leads. On the outside, Alex Bell of Glasgow. He's up there in the green cap. In 4, Willem Costa representing Leeds. There are our top 3. And Sami Kadroui of Nottingham, a 1:28 on the button in 4th in lane 9. Can he make a move in the closing stages? He's looking really good actually, but not as good as Alex Bell. I do not believe we've had a win from the outside yet in any heat today thus far. It's about to change, because Glasgow's Alex Bell has had an absolutely brilliant final 50. And he'll take it from lane 0. Well done, sir. 1:55.78. Look at all those times under 2 minutes. Much quicker than the entries. In fact, in this heat of 10 swimmers, only one entry time is under 2 minutes. And there, we've got 6. Heat number 7. We'll have Charlie Miller, Jack Pallant, Ryan Coulthard, Dan Stevens, Max Adams, Jimmy Taylor, James Dakin, James Lauder, Fergus Curry and Dan Fallon.
So this is the final heat of this event. Leg 0 representing Derby, we have Charlie Miller,
Now, just seeing a couple of messages. Sorry to ruin the magic for you. We're about 10-15 seconds ahead here in Sheffield based on the stream. So if you're going to get your messages in for a certain event, make sure you do it a couple of heats in advance so I can definitely make it happen during the heat. If you do it during the heat, there's a very good chance I'll miss it because I've got to concentrate on the water. Jack Pallant for Marjan, lane number 1, looking the best. This is our final heat for the time being in event 101. 55.25. 9 of our 10 swimmers go sub 1 minute to halfway. 4 and 5, Max Adams and Jimmy Taylor for BUCS, New and Surrey. BUCS as in BUCKS, not BUCS. Now, I can't call this one. This is much too close. You've got Jack Pallant in 1, and then in 4 and 5, Max Adams and Jimmy Taylor. And into the final 25 metres, I'm not going to guess, because even coming back in Southern now, James Lauder for Glasgow. Oh, 5 men or 3 into the wall, and it is Jack Pallant does hold on, 154.62. Jimmy Taylor for Surrey, 154.82, 2 tenths back. And then 4 tenths further, James Lauder for Glasgow. So 0.6 between your top 3. And that was heat 7. So this is now the women's 200 metre freestyle earlier heats. So this is their heat number 1. Now, I don't... Oh, there we go, there's the names, brilliant. I was going to say didn't have the names, but we don't have a lane number 6. So we do have Anna Beaton, Brooke Wager, Lauren East, Tricia Glasbrow, Abigail Rock and Lily Barker. And 3 and 4 is Best and Glassborough. That's an interesting surname, Glassborough. Wow. I thought I'd seen them all. And we have a Let's Go Keel in the chat. Let's go Amy. Let's go Amy. Good luck, Amy. Amy's popular. And Let's Go UCLAN. Half a body length advantage for Lauren East. And it's in fact barely half a body length. Ahead of Tricia Glassborough of BUCS New. So it will be, how many heats have we got in this one? It will be 8 heats in total for this event. And she's just made a position a little bit stronger as Lauren East in heat number 1. And she will take it with a time of just over 2 minutes, 2:17.58. The time on the board was wrong there. Sorry, the finishing times are correct. Just the view we have in the venue I was going by was a little out of sync. Tricia Glassborough second place and Brooke Wager third. Heat number 2, Morgan Gaskell-French, Claire Thompson, Rose Forrest, Lois Davies, Kira Wiseman, Sophie Francis Baker, Millie Ogden, Marissa Hatchachofstis and Amy Sewell. We were due to have Emily Rich in lane 9, but she's not joined us. So your quick starters, Marissa Hadja-Christophis of Imperial, and over in lane 1, Claire Thompson representing Glasgow. Now a lot of people are saying come on Amy. I'm guessing it's Amy Sewell in lane number 8, but nobody's given me a surname. I'll guess it is for now, for the time being. And Amy for Durham is currently in 4th position, down in lane number 8. Leader, just to her side, is Marissa Hadja-Christophis of Imperial. It's got Claire Thompson up there as well in lane number 1. I always love to hear the support. I hope you can hear it at home, the support from the side of the pool as well. It is some fantastic camaraderie, and quite often I'm sure you will see on certain views some of the teams that come down to the side of the pool to support their teammates. It's great to see every single time we're here this happens. But in lane 1, Claire Thompson is really kicked on in the second half of this race, and she's moved away from Maria Hadja-Christophis. And the battle for 3rd place is most definitely on. Leading the way right now in 3 is Lois Davis of Cardiff Met. But no one will catch Claire Thompson for Glasgow. 2:14.38, lovely time for her. And here's the battle then. This could be anywhere for 2nd and 3rd, you know. Maria Hadja-Christophis takes it 2:20.93, and Amy Sewell, she comes through for 3rd place at 2:21 on the nose. And there'll be plenty of happy people on the YouTube channel right now, because she was in 5th or 4th place with 50 metres to go. She really cracked on there to crack into the top 3. But we can't stick around. On to heat number 3. Maisie Denny, Evelyn Salkeld, Lottie Rose, Vanda, Rebecca Greenwood, Emily Bilton, Veronica Hoskova, Eva Ponting, Hannah Tate, Charlie-Ann Marshall and Imogen Holbrook. Entry times, well, the entry times, they do become a little bit irrelevant sometimes. They're not always a lot of truth to some of them. For example, we've seen so many times already sub 2:20 by a distance, and the entry times for heat number 3, I don't want to use the term only, but they're between 2:19 and 2:21. So entry times can be taken any point in like the year up to the date of the championship. So sometimes the entry times can be fairly out of date. And that is why we see so many PBs, because it's been they've been training hard for a long time since they set those times. I mean, it's no exaggeration to say sometimes we can see PBs in, especially in events, let's say 200 meters up, PBs by like 10 seconds. Now they've been doing these times, of course, in training behind the scenes, but until you make it happen when the clock's properly running and people are watching, that's when it goes on your record. Eva Ponting for Oxford leads the way, heat number 3. And lane 0 again. Maisie Denny this time for Kent. Been working well, that lane 0 on the far side. It's a shame you can't quite see it right over there. There's support for Eva in this one. Eva Ponting for Oxford in lane number 6. Plenty of love for her on the YouTube chat. And she is doing you incredibly proud right now. Eva's entry time is a 2:20, and I'd put money she's going to break this by a good half a dozen seconds here. Can absolutely smash it. Exactly what I was just saying. PB, beat her entry time, 5 seconds off it this one for a win for Eva Ponting. Fantastic. Hannah Tate goes sub 2:20 with a 2:19.4, and in second place was actually Maisie Denny. We mentioned her on the far side. Lovely time, 2:19.26 for Maisie. 2 seconds quicker than her entry time across the board. And we're only in session 1B. Got 2.5 days of this to come. Heat 4, Catherine Barnes, Izzy Crocker, Molly Aspinall, Emma Evans, Megan Cairns, Grace Cook, Fionn Johns, Ray Strapanix, Laura Chisholm and Grace Maskell. Now we have every entry time sub 2 minutes. In fact, down to the 2:16s for Megan Cairns of Northumbria University. But Molly Aspinall leads 28.78 through the first 50 metres. She was the only girl under 30 seconds through that leg. And she did it by a whopping distance. Has she gone out too quick? Or is this going to be an incredible time? Keep your eye on lane number 9, Grace Maskell for Durham. Going nicely down there. But at the halfway, Molly Aspinall just outside 1 minute for the first 100 metres. Megan Cairns moved into second place. Grace Maskell still up there, currently occupying third. And Emma Evans and Ray Strapanix. But this is a serious performance building here for Molly Aspinall. And let's go Ray Strapanix from Charlotte Alice Danton on the YouTube chat. And she's currently halfway through the field in 5th place with 50 metres to go. But Molly Aspinall, she is on for a superb time. If she can come back in under 35 seconds, she's going to go sub 2:10. She came in with a time of 2:17.3. The gap is closing. I mean, behind her, there's 4 girls behind her who are going to battle it out for second and third here. But there's no doubt about you winner. Leading from the gun, Molly Aspinall, 2:10.54. That is 7 seconds off her entry time. And the race behind, Megan Cairns takes it 2:14.67 again. Emma Evans 2 for Southampton. All these under their entry times. And it feels like they were all chasing and inspired potentially by Molly Aspinall. Maybe we didn't realise the pace they were going at. Ray Strapanix 2:15.09 and Grace Maskell 2:16. Again, all fantastic times, quicker than their entries. Fantastic heat. Heat number 5, Molly Renton, Emma Tabernacle, Jessica Telford, Elena Preenster, Anna Morris, Jess Miller, Gillian Fenton, Eleanor Mason, Ella Moffat and Stella Krajnik. Right. It's barely time to get your breath back after the previous heat before you're moving straight on again. Already through 50 metres. And Jess Telford for Gloucester University, 28.82. Another one to go. The only girl sub 30 seconds. And that we've just seen that work out quite well. If you go out hard and then it's a matter of holding on, will Jess Telford do the same? To her right-hand side, if she were to take a glance behind her, she'd see a trio of swimmers. Ella Preenster, Anna Morris and Jess Miller. Swimming side by side, those three, hunting down their prey. Elsewhere, in lane 9, near side, Stella Krajnik for Imperial. A message of go Exeter. They'll be supporting Jess Miller in this one. Well, well, well. Are we going to see twice in a row one swimmer decide that I'm having this one, guys, I'll see you later? And this time it's Jess Telford. She's doing exactly that. Can't see her being caught in the final 25 metres. She came in with a time of 2:15.1. She's going to beat that by a few seconds maybe. And just breaking away from that trio in the middle is Jess Miller for Exeter. She's going to crack on. She won't catch your leader, but she'll give herself a solid second place. 2:12.72 Jess Telford, 2:14.06 Jess Miller. Two brilliant times. Preenster and Morris separated by very little, both in the 2:15s. Nearly a 3-second PB for Jess Telford. And just confirmed in the venue, those times are confirmed. Heat number 6, Evie Barber, Kayan Wang, Abby Davison, Katie Leary, Tony Jameson, Francesca Whiting, Caitlin O'Brien, Izzy Woolard, Rebecca Augier, somebody tell me, and Grace Campbell. I don't like getting names wrong. So are we going to see more of a textbook race here? Well, they all just suss each other out for 100 metres and then decide what they've got before moving on. So nobody's flown out the blocks as per the last two heats, but your leader is Francesca Whiting for Nottingham. She did go sub 30 through 50 metres too, in the green cap, and a couple of rows to her right hand side is her teammate Izzy Woolard. So Nottingham 1 and 2. So they're holding off the field right now. Best of the rest, Tony Jameson for Aberdeen and Katie Leary for Exeter. Rounding out your top half, Caitlin O'Brien for Birmingham. So the top 5 in the central 5 lanes right now. Nottingham teammates can't be separated. Pretty much stroke for stroke. I tell you what, it is warm in here. Blimey. Tony Jameson still in 3rd position, Katie Leary and Abby Davison for Leeds moves into 5th. Well, somebody's got to win this one, unless of course I've said that before and seen a tie, so I daren't say that anymore. Who will make a move? And in fact, the chasing pack are coming through, but it's going to be Izzy Woolard, who was following her teammate for the majority of that race, but takes it right at the end by just over half a second. 2:07 and 2:08. That is 4 and 5 seconds quicker than they've been before. The theme continues, saving your best for the championship. And Tony Jameson in third place ahead of Katie Leary. And barely time to read down to place number 4 before heat number 7 comes up on the board. Yoshi Naikamelia, Prisha Conticini, Eliza Pinkstone, Emily Simeons, Lindsay Reeve, Emma Cruikshanks, Sally Rutledge, Erin O'Meara, Eleanor Brown and Imogen Jackson. And we've got a message from Dylan on the YouTube chat which says, "Go Emma." In heat 7, this is where we are, lane number 5. So Emma Cruikshanks for Lancaster. And she's heard you, Dylan. She's gone out pretty fast. One of our, well, I'm going to say several leaders early. She's third officially, but they're all within a tenth or two of each other. Erin O'Meara officially our leader for Newcastle, 29.62. Eleanor Brown also went sub 30. So Erin O'Meara looks like the leader to me now. Now I am at a slightly skewed angle. Initially we were in the North Pool this morning, and then if you joined us earlier on as we went through midday into the start of the first session, we relocated about 50 metres south into the South Pool for competition. However, my commentary position is above the north, so I'm using both the stream and what's in front of me to try and navigate exactly who's got fingertips out in front. But this one's pretty clear. Erin O'Meara for Newcastle, looking good. In 4, Lindsay Reeve for King's College. Then in 1 and 2, Prisha Conticini and Eliza Pinkstone. Eleanor Brown for Oxford, only a tenth of a second behind third and fourth. Now, Erin O'Meara has got a fight on her hands, because Lindsay Reeve for King's College is not going to let this have her own way at all. She's in fact going to come fighting through the last 50 metres. So King's College and Lindsay Reeve, what a finish. 2:07.61, and rightly gets some applause here. I can see her fans, colleagues, teammates in the stand opposite. They're very happy with that. Erin O'Meara, long-time leader, second place, and Eliza Pinkstone for Manchester Met in third. Heat number 8, our final heat for the time being in this event. Emily Riak, Ashley Stemp, Emily Forward, Mia Jovanov, Adele Zagreski, Isabel Wood, Hannah Eastbury, Amelia Mardle, Molly Chambers, and Madison Liddell. Molly Chambers, there's a brilliant Kings of Leon song called Molly's Chambers. But that's not important. Emily Forward looks good to me for Swansea, second place behind Isabel Wood for Edinburgh. Just a tenth and a half between them two through 50 metres. Now there's a lot of shouting going on in the YouTube chat, my goodness. And Colleen Devlin, I think she might be a supporter of Madison Liddell. I can't quite tell. Well, Madison is currently in 5th place through halfway, representing Birmingham University. Isabel Wood still leads over Emily Forward. In third, Azel Zakazeski for East Anglia. And it's going to take another 50 metres to separate this, because all three of those aforementioned girls are going to move just separated by a metre or two into the final 50. Isabel Wood looking strong though. You can just tell sometimes on a stroke that they're potentially just holding a little bit back. They know the situation. They can see when they turn that they're probably a couple of metres ahead. They don't have to give everything, and if they do get a chase on, and they've got an extra gear to move into, and that is exactly what Isabel Wood has done on that final turn. Completely in control of this one. 2:04.98, great time too. Emily Forward, 2:06.51, equally wonderful time here. Adele Zakazeski, 2:06.71. These are all quicker than the entry times. Very impressive heats. And that, for the time being, other than our finals later, we're going to move on to the men's open 100 metre individual medley. And from lane 0, Pat Glocklew, Nikolai Webber, Oscar Smale, Dan Lyon-Smith, Nick Botha, John Roberts, Simon Bird, Jacob Bircher and Mackenzie Jackson. In fact, no John Roberts in 5. So entry times, everybody 1:10 and below. Nick Botha, Southampton, 1:08.8 is the quickest. Now, of course, just 100 metres on the individual medley. It's you will see the lead on occasion ebb and flow. Everyone's got a specialist stroke, and it's always quite remarkable to see it when somebody can move from 3rd or 4th into a lead on a particular strength. Usually, a lot of it has been decided by the freestyle. And Nick Botha for Southampton, 1:05.25. It's 3.5 seconds quicker than his entry time. Dan Lyon-Smith for Liverpool, John Moores, 1:06.42 second. And Jacob Bircher, Southampton teammate of Nick Botha, takes 3rd place in heat number 1. Those times confirmed in the venue. Heat 2, we've got Sam Pickup, Jack Munden, Samran Sandhu, Denizan Goniloglu, Ruben Kelly, Adam Parvin, Jack McGill, Ed Gaston, Joel Newton and Theo Asampong. And Evie Alsop says, "Let's go, Jack." So Jack Munden for Nottingham Trent in lane number 1 here. Oh, in fact, there's a Jack McGill as well. Evie, you need to give me surnames. So one of the Jacks is being supported by Evie. And lane number 8, Joel Newton for Warwick. It was looking tidy before a great breaststroke from Samran Sandhu for Cambridge. And he's looking to come back and take this one. Super swim from Samran Sandhu, 1:03.77. Joel Newton, 1:05 for 2nd place. And Jack McGill for Strathclyde rounds out your top 3. and those times confirmed in the venue. We can move swiftly on to heat number 3. Matthew Rothwell, Ethan Harris, Morgan Taylor, George Young, Lucas Grieve, Jacob Martin, Sam Cook, Aaron Wharton, Matt Batchelor and George Wiskin. So lovely backstroke from Matt Batchelor in 8. Likewise, Jacob Martin for Sheffield Hallam in 5. And Sam Cook joins those 3 men. In fact, 6 men under 30 seconds. Matt Batchelor 27.64 through the first 50 metres. Great breaststroke from Jacob Martin, our home swimmer for Sheffield Hallam. It'll be he and Matt Batchelor who go for it on the freestyle. Not really being separated by much, but Matt Batchelor, strong arms, 102.06, just over a second ahead of Jacob Martin. And Aaron Wharton, between them in the pool, but behind them on the timing board for Northumbria, grabs 3rd place. And the results on the board here were up for about a quarter of a second, I think. They are really keen to progress this session, and I totally understand. Heat number 4, Frankie Back, Kevin Chen, Mitchell Stevenson, Lucas Tompkins, Gregor Batley, Ewan Smith, Tom Johnson, Tom Stanbury, Nevin Seisu and Murray Prowse.
So just an announcement at the end of this session, can we ask a representative from each university to make their way to the diving room officials?
So this time, Tom Stanbury for Leeds in the green cap that we see so often, alongside Frankie Back. I say alongside, is the opposite side, but alongside in timing for Liverpool on lane 0, 28.5 seconds. These are such great times we're seeing. I mean, these guys are entries in 105s, but they're smashing it out the park, honestly. So Tom Stanbury and Luca Tompkins will go into the wall, but Luca Tompkins will get there first, 102.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds quicker than he has completed that event prior to this time. Tom Stanbury and Gregory Butler. Heat number 5. Tom Woolley, Jack Billingsley, Atticus Strickland, Goose Vercady, Arvin Rodriguez, Ben Shelton, Adam Drew, Tom Power, Ben Wardlow and Alex Catton. I'm just glancing my eyes towards the YouTube chat again. It's hard to keep up with these races turning around so quickly. But we had a come on Theodore, go Ethan, a big effort Joel from your dad, and let's go Matt from Exeter, and Theo Clark, heat 8, lane 7, going to do bits on the 100-metre individual medley. £5, he goes 58 seconds or lower. Keep them coming in, and I'll try and keep up with reading them out at the right time too. When it's 50-metre time, you've got absolutely no chance. But we endeavour to read out every single one when we get an opportunity. And we're already in the latter stages of heats at number 5. What a race here. Tom Woolley in 0. In 2 you've got Atticus Strickland. In the middle in 5 you've got Ben Shelton. And it's Ben Shelton, wow, I thought he was in 3rd. A 101.55 takes it in lane number 5. Wow. Atticus Strickland 2nd. I thought Tom Woolley was winning that one. He's finished 4th, because Alex Catton on the near side finished 3rd. All three of those guys in the 101s. It's absolutely absurd. They were all 105 entry times. Whew. Right, oh, here's some names, blimey. Starting from lane 0, Emilio Panagia Gutier, Andreas Strekakopoulos, George Berwick, Charlie Burnett, Sam Mead, Shaheen Al-Ghafari, Isaac N.G., James Portier, Jamie Chan, and Sean McKenney. And some support here for Sean McKenney, representing Kiel on the near side, lane number 9. Leading the way in 5, Shaheen Al-Ghafari. That's a strong breaststroke if I ever saw one. And then in 4, Sam Mead. In 0, Emilio Panagia Gutier. And coming through in 2, George Berwick as well. But standout performer in heat number 6, 59.79 for Shaheen Al-Ghafari. Well, we keep getting quicker. His entry time, 103.5 on over 100 metres. Taken nearly 3 seconds off that. 4 seconds even. Let's do some math, shall we? So the first man through 6 heats to go sub 60 seconds. We've seen the faster heats already today, but that's really impressive. That time there, I mean, that would have got him as an entry time into those 4 faster heats easily earlier on, if that had been his entry time. He's been disqualified. DQ for Shaheen Al-Ghafari. I thought that was, I mean, we've had some quick ones. I thought that was ridiculously quick. I didn't spot that on the start. I assume it was a false start. But don't write that in stone. Heat number 7. You have Ben Rogers, Tom Cutbush, Sam Vander, TBC, Pierre Lem, Tom Lee, Lucas Lawman, Leo Karski, Finn Bremner, Zach Westhead, and Phelan McNally. We are rattling through these heats, aren't we? All right, halfway leader, Finn Bremner for Glasgow, ahead of Lucas Lawman for Warwick. They've gone to halfway in just over 27 seconds. Their entry times are 1:02, so you do have the breaststroke on the 3rd leg, which will just hold them back a little bit. And then we go freestyling. How close can we get to 60 seconds here in heat number 7? We nearly had one in heat 6. It's Lucas Lawman looking very nice indeed. And it will be 59.98. Does it by 200ths of a second. Now let's just make sure this time gets confirmed before I start waxing lyrical about it. And it's confirmed. Excellent. 59.98 for Lucas Lawman. Well done, the man from Warwick. First time he's gone sub 60 seconds. That must feel so good. Such a barrier, isn't it? Heat number 8. Toby Ranson, Joshua Goldsby-Taylor, Jack Aldridge, Sam Lord-Chin, Louis Sharon, Ryan Broadley, Michael Adney, Theo Clark, James Dobme and Ethan Stannard. You know what, Theo Clark spent a lot of time underwater there, and in a good way. Louis Chiron of UCL, 26.5 to the halfway mark, half a second ahead of Theo Clark. But the breaststroke of Theo Clark looking like a strong one. And he's going to turn for home, pretty much bang on with Louis Chiron. Can anybody else get involved in 9? Look out for Ethan Stannard here for Portsmouth, looking to get involved, as is James Dobney for Sheffield Hallam, trying to chase his teammate down towards the line. Will not catch him though. Theo Clark, 59.23. Lovely. And 1/10 of a second outside the minute mark, James Dobney. And Louis Chiron, in fact, drops to 3rd place after that rush to the line from James Dobney. Sheffield Hallam 1-2. And heat number 9, Ben Simpson, Matas Medley, Travis Davey, Nick Skelton, Ollie Richardson, Konstantinos Hadjikons, Isaac Dodds, Ben Reed, Rory Young and Hayden Hoole. A thundering butterfly from Matas Medley for Aberdeen. Just about holding on still on the backstroke as well. Although Isaac Dodds has come through, 25.69 for him. Then Travis Davey behind Medley. Breaststroke looking comfortable for Isaac Dodds. He'll take a half a second lead into the freestyle. It's Konstantinos Hadjikons for Nottingham now that's doing the hardest chasing. But too good by Isaac Dodds. 57.45. The first 6 men home go sub 60 seconds. And just to put that into perspective, on the entry times, not a single man went sub 60, well, 6 just have. There we go, back to our female competition, 100-metre individual medley. And we will see, let's how many heats we're going to have here. 11, wow. Big entry for the girls 100 IM. Oh, just being told to stand down briefly. In heat 1, we do have Laura Head, Nicole Go, Bryony Tustin, Dara Boudries, Stephanie James, Amelia Smith, Ella Whiteley, Faye Joe and Caitlin Brooke Vincent. Oh, stand down again. What's going on here? You don't see that very often. Not uncommon to see one stand down. Maybe a problem with the gun. And the previous men's heat being asked to vacate the pool. Quick glance towards the YouTube chat box. Let's go Caitlin Brooke. Caitlin Brooke Vincent, heat 1, lane 8. She's representing Kiel. She'll be the nearest to you because there's no lane 9 in heat number 1. And also Callum Murray says, let's go Laura Murray and Lauren Sanderson from Harriet Watt. And I've got no idea what Al and Michelangelo are talking about in the YouTube chat box, but I appreciate you leaving some comments in there. When it gets really important is later on in the finals. I want all your support in that chat, because I want to make sure everyone that you are following hears about it. So a slight delay before proceedings in event 104, the girls 100 metre IM. So if you're not aware, The whole schedule has been pushed back 1 hour due to some delays earlier on today. So the finals, if you're expecting them at 5:45, don't. They'll be at 6:45, unless I tell you otherwise. But that's the schedule right now. So normal timings plus 60 minutes. And Amy on the YouTube chat says, good luck, Bangor Uni.
So just notice from America, who have been here throughout the day and will be here throughout the weekend. They're up on the balcony. America is offering free fees for you and your friends to place and camp together in an exclusive competition for this weekend here at Ponds Forge. You can register your entry with them up on the balcony. And of course, all the swimmers today.
And as my announcer friend is doing to my left-hand side, it is a good time to say another thank you to our event partners who are all here on the balcony in the venue. So if you're here today or coming along over the next couple of days or tonight, make sure you have a chat with either New Balance, Americamp or Advicta. Fantastic partners for us with plenty of opportunities for kit, advice, trips to America. Very, very lucky. Didn't have this in my day. Tom Oakland says, shout out Lucas Lawman from Warwick, going for sub 60. Now he can finally switch to water polo. He's achieved his career goal and now he can move on. We're racing again. From the top, Head, Go, Tustin, Boudris, James, Smith, Whiteley, Joe and Brooke Vincent. Laura Head heads the field through 25 metres for Edge Hill. No entry time, in fact, for Laura. So maybe she's an anomaly here. She's the only person without an entry time. So we don't know, but she's looking good. Amelia Smith and Ella Whiteley are the ones following. 33.06 for Head to halfway. And she's moving further ahead as well. Her closest competitor is next door, Nicole Go. And forgive me, but Go needs to go if she wants to head. (1:10.37) for Laura. So there's no real reason she shouldn't have been in this heat, because that is, she could have been in, with a 1:10 entry time, she could have been in heat number 9. So Nicole Go for Cambridge at 1:14.26. And Amelia Smith was third place for Newcastle. Heat number 2. Yvonne Winterbourne up the top, and then Lydia Keeley, Katie Toomey, Fionn Johns, Tegan Say, Megan Goodwin, Sophie Ethelston, Kirsty Ferrens, Emily Ware and Enya Bustgaard.
And off we go then in heat number 2 in lane 0. We have Yvonne Winterbourne and Lydia Keeley.
And it's the near side this time. Emily Ware and Enya Bustgaard for Newcastle and Durham respectively. Not too far away, those that rivals Newcastle and Durham. On the northeast coast. It's Emily Ware that leads through halfway by about half a second, or just over a second, to Enya Bustgaard. Best of the rest, Kirsty Farrens of Strathclyde. It's a very northern competitive heat, this one. In fact, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for Newcastle in this heat alone. And you've got Northumbria, Durham, Strathclyde, and Tegan Salt doing it for the South, and Kent in lane number 4. And she's having a great finish. She's not to catch our leaders. Enya Busgaard is going to take it, 1:12.66. Brilliant freestyle for Enya. Emily, 1:13.87 for Newcastle. And third place, it was Tegan Sate for Kent that came through. What a change of positions there. Toomey and Goodwin, 4th and 5th. Heat number 3, Zara Blakey, Elise Raycroft, Tia Faulkner, Noelle Tran, Naomi Ward, Sophie Bourne, Sophie Portier, Olivia Bull, Laura Murray and Liza Hill. And off we go. We do have a full pool on this one. So at very first glance, quick start from Noelle Tran of St Andrews. What a beautiful place St Andrews is. In 0, Zara Blakey of Cambridge. And in 4, Naomi Ward of Manchester Metropolitan. That's Laura Murray up there actually for Harriet Watt as well. Oh, there's a support for Laura Murray on the YouTube chat from Callum. I've got to guess family, that can't be coincidence, can it? So Laura Murray in 3rd position for Harriet Watt. Who's got the best breaststroke? Well, leading, Noelle Tran. And in 9, Lisa Hall for St Andrews. Could it be a St Andrews 1-2? You don't see many St Andrews athletes full stop, so to get a 1-2 and 8, that will be incredibly rare. And they've done it, 1:10.94 and 1:11.73. Well done to you two. And Laura Murray, well, Callum will be happy. 3rd position, 1:13.25. It's almost 3 seconds quicker than her entry time for Murray. Straight on to heat number 4. We don't stop, do we? Brooke England, Izzy Crocker, Emily Pilton, Alison Belfonte, Katie Mitchell, Sophie Stobbs, Emma Johnston, Sophie Ward, Sophie Fowkes and Emma Ogley. And for the first time in 4 heats, there's no real clear leader in this one. All of them moving well towards 25 metres. Backstroke will often separate things. Not by much though. 6 and 7, that's Emily Johnston and Sophie Ward. But Emma Ogley for Marjan on the outside in 9. Now it's difficult to see lane 9 from where we are, so if I ever miss a lane 9 leader, please forgive me. The viewing is slightly obscured. Now, one of the fastest on paper, Sophie Stobbs, just falling back in lane number 5. Because to her left and right, specifically, Emily Johnston for Manchester Met had a good second half. Emma Ogley still up there for Marjan. They'll be your first 2 home. And it goes to lane 9, Marjan's Emma Ogley, 1:13.24. 4/10 clear of Emily Johnston. And then Katie Mitchell representing Durham, 1:15.5. Heat number 5, Lucy Jordan-Cause, Phoebe Holdsworth, Emma Wild, Ellie McManus, Georgina Stokes, Bethan Banyan, Jasmine Hartley, Jessica Riak, Lauren Sanderson and Lucy Jordan-Cause. So Callum Murray will be watching this one closely again. Lauren Sanderson, another Harriet Watt athlete. Now, there might be a couple of seconds delay here. you can tell whenever they put the music on in the venue, it's because they know there's going to be a short delay. Otherwise, there wouldn't be music. It's always a good clue. And there's also a best of luck to Maddie Powell in Heat 8 for Bournemouth. Should be coming up shortly. And Catherine Senior getting her message in very early. Good luck to Bangor University in the medley relay. That's a few hours away, Catherine, but I appreciate the message. I'll try and remember, but feel free to drop it in the chat later on too. So not sure of the delay, can't see anything in the pool. Nothing's fallen down anywhere. We've had all sorts today, nothing would surprise me now. I think I just heard the bleep of the starting gun. Maybe it was another test. Remember, if and when you are online, please tag in at BUCS Sport and use the hashtag BUCSSwim. Let us know who you're supporting. Get us involved in the conversation. Support for Lucy Russell in heat number 6. Oh, lots of support for Lucy Russell. She's popular. Anna Lowry, Molly Dunster, and Chloe. I'm not going to attempt your surname, Chloe. Go Lucy Russell, and quite simply, Lucy Russell. And good luck to Grace Gidman in heat 11 from Charlotte. So the swimmers have not been told to put their warm clothing back on, so it can only be a short delay because they're all still stood on the blocks. And if the officials knew something that would prompt them to be over a couple of minutes. I just did another starting gun test, so that's usually a good sign. Yeah, here we go. Excellent. Heat number 5. Now, somehow, Lucy Jordan Cause is listed as in lane 0 and lane 9. I can assure you, she doesn't want to swim 200 metres. It will just be the 100. Your early starters in heat 5. Well, lane number 5, Bethan Benyon and Jasmine Hartley for Cardiff and Dundee. They're quite far apart, aren't they, those two universities? Ellie McManus for Newcastle actually split those two on the timings, didn't look like that. I'm quite far away from the finishing end here. I'm above the North Pole. The action's happening in the South Pole. So I'm using a combination of the stream, the pool, and the venue scoreboard. And back they come. Clear from here this time. The Bethan Benyon for Cardiff is leading the way. And it's a 1:11.16 for her. 3 seconds quicker than her entry time. Jasmine Hartley for Dundee, second place. And Ellie McManus, so the same top 3 as you were at halfway. Heat 5 completed. And I can already hear the noise for Lucy Russell in heat number 6 here. From wherever you are at home. the full field from lane 0. Becca Saunders, Elizabeth Brearley, Katie Simpson, Evie Thompson, Rowan Saunders, Ruby Hurd, Francesca Pecci, Emily Tatum, Laura Ferenbach and Lucy Russell in 9. Going to be a dead heat through 25 metres. Fingertips out in front potentially for Katie Simpson, for Napier. And in 4, Rowan Saunders, St Andrews. Been some good St Andrews performances today. A lot of support for Emily coming in as well. Representing East Anglia in lane number 7. Solid first 75 for Rowan Saunders. Good breaststroke though for Katie Simpson for Napier in 2. And they'll be the first to go home. Doing the chasing, Elizabeth Brearley for Durham in 1. And they will be your top 3. And look like that will be the order as well. Rowan Saunders is going to bring things home. She's only going to get it on the final touch, you know. Almost went into slow motion for the last couple of metres, but got it. 107.61. Simpson 108.36, and then Elizabeth Brearley. Those 3 girls, the only 3 under 110. Pecci in 4th, just outside. Heat number 7. Oriana Munden, Megan Fenwick, Neola Thorpe, Isabel McInnes, Jane Plunskaya, Jenny Galloway, Rosie Swallow, Abby Wright, Sophie Hughes and Lauren Vaughan. And so good luck for Sophie Hughes coming in from Matt Constable. Thank you for dropping those in, Matt. All right, where are we this time? In the orange swimsuit. In lane number 8, it is Sophie Hughes, representing Liverpool University. At a fairly quick start, very close to the lane rope as she went to the halfway stage, in fact. But she leads 31.88, then Jenny Galloway and Megan Fenwick on the far side in lane number 1. But Hughes continues to lead. She wasn't put off. I'm sure her shoulder rubbed that lane rope previously, would usually slow an athlete down. But Hughes using it to her advantage. Bit of a challenge to her left and right with Abby Wright and Lauren Vaughan. And on the far side of the pool, lane number 3, Isabel McInnes of Southampton. Thinks she's actually going to take this one. She's pushing her all the way. But Sophie Hughes holds on, 110.24. Got it by just over a second in the end from Megan Fenwick. And Abby Wright for Manchester Metropolitan, 111.61. Wait for those times to be confirmed. There they are, confirmed. Hughes your winner in heat 7. And we'll crack on to heat number 8. Maddie Powell, support on the chat for her. Gracie Kay, Kaylin Walker, Ariana Keevy, Kane Wang, Imi Rafferty, Olivia Bevan, Beth Cooper, Anna Draw and Annabelle Kitching. So support for Annabelle too, thank you Chloe. And Imi to smash sheet number 8 apparently, from Josh and Sam. And more support for Annabelle too. Thank you so much for sending these in. It just adds so much colour to the event. And the athletes can see afterwards that you are sending these notes of love and support in. I can assure you it means a lot. Great start for Gracie Kay for Bristol. 30.75 through 50 metres. Imi Rafferty for Exeter in 5. Right alongside her teammate Olivia Bevan. And this will be a brilliant finish in this heat, because the Exeter teammates, Rafferty and Bevan, are going for it. In lane number 1, Gracie Kay, our early leader for Bristol. They're going to be the first 3 home. Madeline Powell doing everything she can for Bournemouth in 0. She'll finish 4th because the top 3, it was Olivia Bevan that got there. 109.07. Gracie Kay snuck in between the Exeter teammates just to deny Imi Rafferty second, and Maddie Powell barrelling down the outside in the last 25 grabs fourth place. Those times are confirmed, and we move to heat number 9. Jasmine Campbell, Jess Crosby, Justine Ranu, Sarah Coffey, Alicia Corver, Holly Lumsden, Tatiana Kinsler, Emilia Vibretti, Ilana Yazova, and Anna Maria Hayda. Nothing to separate through the butterfly. First out of the water on the backstroke was Emilia Vibretti of Southampton, yet leading Holly Lumsden, another St Andrews athlete. They're having a great afternoon. Right, look at these. These are ridiculously close. Jess Crosby in second behind Lumsden, then Anna Maria Hayda. Alicia Corver for Bristol. This is the closest race we've had in this event by a mile. Southern athletes, if not more, can still take this on the freestyle. On the outside, Anna Maria Hayda for Manchester. She's had a brilliant breaststroke. Can she hold on the free? Emilia Vibretti of Southampton. And in lane number 4, Alicia Corver coming right back. To take second, in fact, Corver. But no catching Anna Maria Hayda for Manchester, 109.77. The only girl under 110. Well done, Anna. Emilia Vibretti, Southampton third. And Tatiana Kinsler for Imperial was fourth position. Just waiting for those to turn blue in the venue. Once they turn from red to blue, it's confirmed behind the scenes. There we go, all done, all correct. And now double figures, heat number 10. Got Caitlin Rosie, Olivia Humphrey, Lauren Richards, Phoebe McNicholas, Rachel Cornford, Sienna Robinson, Essie Maria Lillman, Mia Davison, Georgia Lee, and Megan SNG. Quickest through halfway, looking like Olivia Humphrey. Sheffield Hallam, she's ahead of Sienna Robinson, and Essie Maria Lillman of King's College. But Sienna Robinson's breaststroke looks brilliant, and she has powered through the field to take a strong advantage into the freestyle. That's the best breaststroke we've seen today so far in the individual medley, and that's a difference a great stroke can make. If you're absolutely quality at one, you're just such an advantage. 104.74 for Robinson of Loughborough. Olivia Humphrey, Sheffield Hallam second, and Phoebe McNicholas for Sheffield finishing in third position. Heat number 11. Just one more event to come after this. Because we've already seen heats 12, 13, 14 and 15. We're not going to see 1500 metres. We're just going to see the final of that later. So shortly, just one more event left, and it will be the 4x50 medley relays, which we of course look forward to. Erin O'Meara, Isabel Callahan, Grace Didman, Agatha Scott, Ruby Greenhalf, Georgie Mundy, Katie Rees, Rachel Vaughan, Flora Forrest and Katie Stobbs. Katie Rees going to be looking good at halfway. She was leading, but my goodness, didn't Agatha Scott come back? Currently in second, Isabel Callahan, a great second leg as well. So breaststroke, whose speciality is this? Isabel Callahan coming back strong for Surrey in 1, and they turn for home. It's still Katie Rees though for Cardiff Met in number 8. Flora Forrest for Durham looking good too, but they won't catch a leader. From start to finish, Katie Rees 106.64. Agatha Scott for Birmingham pulled back into second, and Flora Forrest did finish strong. She takes the top 3 spots. So our final event of the session, it's the 4x50 relays. And there's going to be quite a few of these. Small field for heat number 1, just Chester, Cardiff 2 and Cardiff 1. In fact, we will see 4 heats, because there's 8 in total. We've already seen the 4 fastest. I keep forgetting that. So we're going to see 4 heats to close out our session 1B. And after this, from 6:45 onwards, every single race will be for a medal in the A finals. So there'll be 6 lots of them and 6 lots of B finals as well.
Just another reminder at the end of this session, which is going to finish approximately at 5:45. Can we have a member of each institution to head to the diving officials room? That's for 5:45.
So leading the way in our first heat, Cardiff team number 1, Cardiff team number 2 in second place, and Chester in third. Always get some great tactics in these ones. Which order? There's always somebody in a team that is like world class at their stroke, and they can literally gain half a dozen seconds sometimes. It can be massive, massive differences. So Cardiff team 1 still leading 5. On to the 4th and final leg on the freestyle, and I would guesstimate this is how it will finish. Or can Cardiff 2 pull off a shock? The gap's definitely narrowed over the 3rd leg, but it's going to be a little bit too much. It will be a Cardiff 1-2 in the order of Cardiff 1, Cardiff 2, and Chester will round things out. So let's have a look at the time then. It is a 1:56.44, and their club teammates come in at 1:59.62. And Team Chester is going to finish around about 2:15 thereabouts. 2:16.49. We have 3 heats to come in the session, and we should have pretty packed pools coming up now. So heat 2, York St John, King's College, Brooks, Rob Gordon, Edge Hill, Winchester, York St John and Royal Veterinary College. So some support for UEA, East Anglia, Exeter and Kiel being supported online right now on YouTube. Make sure you come back for the finals later as well from 6:45, not the scheduled 5:45. It will be a fairly short session as well, only 12 races in it. Right, so several teams missing, in fact. There should have been 8 teams in here, but there's only 5 in the pool. But regardless, there's got to be a winner. Leading the way, Edge Hill, team number 2. I want to say team number 2. A lot of teams will have a first and a second, or potentially sometimes you can see a third team, but I don't think that's the case. Obviously, every championship is different. Some are like, I've seen championships with 4 teams in for some clubs, but this time just maximum of 2. So Edge Hill lead the way. King's College and York St John, all of these with their second teams in the pool, as are BUCS University in lane 3. It's their second team as well. Now the gap's closed, and I have a hunch it will close further. However, Edge Hill still 106 to halfway. King's College pulling through on the butterfly. And we will go into the freestyle to decide our winner of heat number 2. Ings go Edge Hill, in go King's College. Bit of a break back by a couple of seconds to York St John and BUCS Uni. Very competitive for second place. Edge Hill looking good though. Can BUCS Uni come back and steal the second place here? They're looking great. In one York St John, but back out in front, Edge Hill. Super stuff, 2:03.67. That's a really good time. That's a really good time. 7 seconds quicker than their entry. BUCS Uni took second, York St John third, and King's College fourth. And let's not forget about Royal Veterinary College down in 8th. Never really in the hunt for the top 3. But a 2:26.64. And it started to get very noisy in here. You know it's getting late into the day when you start to hear the air horns going. There'll be drums soon. Heat number 3. UCL, Cambridge, Strathclyde, Edge Hill 1. Hull, Glasgow, Kiel, Exeter, Imperial and Newcastle 2. And there is support for Kiel, the team of Ben, Luke, Beckett and Ray from Charlotte Alice Darnton. We're nearly at the end of the session, but do keep the messages coming in if you've got loved ones or teammates in the last 2 heats. We're nearly there. Oh yeah, the air horns are in full flow. It's going to be noisy tonight. Going out hard in Southern. Team Exeter, they will lead through the backstroke. But already just 15 metres or so into the butterfly. Kiel going for it, Imperial going for it. And in 5, Glasgow. So Exeter temporarily drop into 4th place. On the far side in 2, Strathclyde looking solid as well. But in 5 and 6, Glasgow and Kiel, strong second legs. And now onto the butterfly, the all-important fly. And Glasgow kick on. Kiel have got to watch Edge Hill in lane 3 as well. They're going to move into second position. But who have they got on the final leg? It's going to be a big, big gap to chase down for Glasgow, or to catch Glasgow. Surely can't be caught now. So freestyle leg This is all wrapped up, isn't it, for Glasgow? But a lovely battle for second and third. Ignore the top lane there, still on the butterfly for UCL. So the race is elsewhere. But Glasgow, what's the time going to be? 1:51.66. Oh, that is very, very fast. I mean, we know we saw faster heats earlier, but that just seemed ridiculously quick. Edgehill took second place, Strathclyde third. And Cambridge in fourth. And UCL in lane 0. We will hold on for them to finish their swim. And well done to them. Great to have so many universities taking part. There are 8 heats in the medley team relay. Just shows the strength in depth.
Confirmed results from heat number 3.
Right, one more heat. This is it. Can they go quicker than 1:51?
And now we move on to heat number 4.
Got Northumbria 2, Bangor, Southampton 2, Warwick 2, Marjon 2, Lancaster 2, Bournemouth, Brooks Uni, York and Dundee. So, last race of the session. Then we'll have approximately an hour's break before our finals kick off at 6:45.
So underway in heat number 4 in lane 0.
So, look how split the field is already on the backstroke.
Northumbria 2 in lane 1. We have
But I put money on it. This will be far from the finishing positions. It doesn't work like that in relays.
Lancaster 2 in lane 6.
But for the time being, Brooks Uni in Southern lead, ahead of Lancaster, and Bangor in 1. Although Bangor are having a good time on the breaststroke. The pool just about being cleared in time before Bangor come home to reach halfway. And they will lead 58.64. Only team under 60 seconds for the first 100 metres. Then Brooks, then Dundee in lane number 9. York just inside in lane number 8. So lanes 7, 8 and 9 in second, third and fourth. Once again, as predicted, things will change now, because in lane number 8, it is the team from York who will lead into the freestyle. How quick can they go? The top 4 teams, all with girls swimming first, or swimming last, first into the water. And York, they lead with 25 metres to go. Can they hang on? Keep your eye on lane number 5. And Lancaster coming back strong on the far side in 0 and 1, Northumbria and Bangor. Oh, what a finish. We've got to the final race of the session. York hang on, 1:54.62. Less than 1 second back is Lancaster. What a great attempt by Lancaster on leg number 4. Then Bangor and Northumbria, 3rd and 4th in lanes 1 and 0. That is classic medley racing. Love it. Right. Those times are confirmed. And that, everyone, is the end of the session. That is it. Now, you've got just under an hour. Okay, don't go too far. Get a cup of tea, maybe put the dinner on, but don't move too far away from your YouTube screen, because at 6:45 we go racing for the 3rd and final time today, and we are racing for gold, silver and bronze here at Ponds Forge International Sports Centre for the BUCS Short Course Swimming Championships. It is going to be a thriller. It's 6:45. Be here with me. We go racing again soon.
If you're doing BUCS, you should be at AmeriCamp next summer.
legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.